My name is Alex Nudell, and I am the founder of RevenueWell. And today we have an awesome announcement to make. RevenueWell just recently started with this enterprise version for DSO and MSO. And I am happy to announce that Samantha Aponte, we have here with us, has been recently promoted to an account executive. Welcome, Samantha. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I am excited about this because I know we've been studying the DSO MSO market for many, many years, and I would like to ask you some questions. And my number one question is, what are some of the challenges that we're trying to solve?
With RevenueWell, we're trying to solve quite a few problems, right? One is going to be bringing in new patients to practices, also bringing those patients back, and obviously, bringing them back in for increasing case acceptance. We want to make sure they're coming back in and getting their treatment scheduled.
So, new patient acquisition, patient retention, and treatment acceptance has always been the bloodline of any dental practices, especially when it comes to DSO and MSO.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, when we're trying to, solve these challenges, we come across a lot of groups that have a challenge to be able to bring those patients back in, having a platform to be able to reach those patients across multiple locations. So that's why we came up with this role.
What is unique to RevenueWell when it comes to the DSO and MSO market?
Just like you talked about with the enterprise portal, what this enables is it's a centralized system for a single sign-on to be able to market across multiple locations. So no need to log in and out of each location or send emails back and forth. You have a centralized system to be able to reach out about implants or Invisalign and choose what patients from each practice are going to be in there all within 5 minutes. In addition to that, we can assign user controls. So this way, if we want certain features turned on or off across multiple locations, we can do that in that master login. And in addition to that, being able to have that uniformity across the board is going to help you maintain your brand.
So a single sign-on, where a place where you can just sign into all of your offices at the same time. Separate them by region, by location, states, whatever it is that you want to do. Then you're able to create a campaign, for instance, for implants, Invisalign, or anything else, sleep apnea that you're doing in your practice, and mark off the practices that will get them. So you don't have to replicate anything all the time, as well as be able to track the success of it by dollars to see who came in and how much money they spent.
100%. So you'll have all the details across each location, even any email bounce backs if we have bad data, and the amount of revenue generated for each campaign. Absolutely.
I absolutely love that. It will make it a lot easier for the regional managers and for the marketing people to be able to communicate with their patient base. Some of the things that we know that most of the practices have quite a bit of money outstanding in opportunity when patients say no. And that will be a great opportunity for them to be able to go after those patients, bring them back in a very caring way, even though it's a marketing procedure, but it's a patient care system to where, really, are we talking to just any patients, or we're talking to particular patients that have a treatment plan for the services already?
Exactly. And with RevenueWell, whether it's individual practices or groups, as we know, we always can help you basically keep that personal touch. We know how to keep that personal relationship, even with using a system like this, which is great.
Well, today everything is about digital, right? It's that digital personal collection that everybody's looking for. Some of the biggest things that people are talking about in the market is AI and BI. And that is very important to any MSO and DSO because they're all numbers driven. Numbers are very important. So the artificial intelligence inside RevenueWell makes it a really smart system. For instance, it could recognize teeth numbers and perio pockets and dental codes and charts. It separates the patient into two different categories. They either have an appointment or they don't. And so the dental offices are really good in dealing with patients that have appointments. RevenueWell is great in dealing with patients that do not. So the artificial intelligence finds the opportunity missing tooth. Maybe they have perio disease. Maybe they have been treatment planned for a implant or whatever it is. The business intelligence is where you can set up a way to go after it. And one of the things I'd like to go over is the admin rights of what is inside to prevent people from just doing whatever they feel like when it comes to marketing, instead of branding across unanimously so everything looks the same. So talk to me about these admin rights for a moment.
With the enterprise portal, you can choose who is going to have access to the enterprise portal and actually be able to facilitate those campaigns that you just talked about if we want to market across multiple locations. Within the enterprise portal, you can assign user roles. You can name them, office manager, you can name them admin, or whatever the case is, and turn certain features on or off and enable certain access basically to particular users if we don't want them to be able to market across the board, or if we just simply want uniformity at each location and be able to, again, maintain that brand overall.
Yes, so the admin decides who's going to be able to edit any message, anything that has to do with appointment confirmation, reactivation, dates, as well as who is able to create campaigns and send things out in the mass, which is amazing. I think that's quite new. It's always been inside the practice management system, but it is amazing to be able to have that kind of tool in a single sign-on setting. So I love that. Thank you.